Welcome to Sunday Springboard with Melanie and Kimberlyn Coaching, where we help strong women flourish after experiencing major life transitions. Today we're going to talk about level 4. If any of you have ever been to rehab or know someone who's been to rehab, you know that one of the first things they do is they give you a job. Just some small task that you're going to do to help the community. The reason they do this is that having a job to do, something to do that makes you think of others, is one of the best ways to get your mind off of yourself and to help you move on toward a better way. Toward that little thing on there is bugging me. Sorry about that. So they give you a job to do, and people feel happier when they do this. So the level 4 energy that we're going to talk about today is what we call anabolic energy. It is a building you up kind of energy. And I've been through some hard times in my life, and when you go through traumatic times, these major transitions, it is very normal to be in what I call survival mode. You are just focused inward. Only have enough energy, enough brain power to hopefully take care of yourself and your loved ones. I've been through some tough times, and the way I was able to kind of gauge where I was in my recovery was when I started to be able to look beyond myself and beyond my immediate family to the world around me, to others around me. Then I knew that I was starting to come out of the depths of this traumatic occasion that I was suffering. And so we see that level 4 is it's a good level. It's a level where I am supporting, I'm caring, I'm serving you. So in level 4, I am more concerned about you than I am myself. Remember level 1, I'm thinking I lose. Level 2, you lose. Level 3, I'm working on me, I win, but if you win also, that's good. But level 4, I'm really more concerned about helping you win. Now this can be a good thing. I'm helping, I'm supporting, I'm a good teammate, I'm loyal, I truly care about people. I'm truly trying to help these other people. There is still some judgment sometimes, because many times I think that you're in a situation that's not very good and I'm trying to help you get out of it, or I might be thinking that I know the answer. If you'll just listen to me, many of us that are called codependents, we resonate at level 4. This is my level here, and it's good. And as always, there's some advantages and there's some disadvantages. If you resonate at this level, if you have this mindset of caring and giving and serving, then you are going to be built up and you are going to have more enjoyment of life. And we know that Jesus said it is more blessed to give than receive, and that is true. But there are some advantages and disadvantages of this level, just as all of the levels. And these issues mainly depend upon how you do it and what is your motivation. So the advantages are you express and you feel gratitude. You're a team player, you're loyal, you're inspired, you inspire others, you encourage others. You truly care for these people and you help the people and the causes that are important to you. If you operate here fully, that you're also self-nurturing. And that brings us to one of the possible issues of level 4. Sometimes level 4 people, we can be so busy taking care of other people and caring for other people that we don't take care of ourselves, that we don't take the time to nurture ourselves and give ourselves what they need. And sometimes you might be nurturing these other people and caring for these other people, and if it turns into a one-way thing where they are not giving at all, it's a one-way, you're giving and they're taking, this can often send you down back to levels 1 and levels 2. All right, poor me, I'm doing all this for you and you're not doing this back, or I'm mad at you because of this. And so for level 4 to be truly building us up, we have to take a look at that and take a look at our motivation. Am I helping just because I want to help? Or do I possibly have low self-esteem and I think the only way I'm going to have friends is by helping and giving? Do you volunteer every time the situation comes up and they need help? That can be okay if you want to do it, if you have the time to do it and the ability. And sometimes it's okay to do something you don't really want just because it needs to be done. But if you're doing this all the time, look at your motivation. If you're doing it to a point that you're starting to have resentment, am I the only person that's ever going to show up? I have to do this. See, that's back into level 2, right? Because I'm thinking I'm the only one that's doing this right. So look at your motivation when you're doing your level 4 service and caring, to make sure that you're doing this to an extent that is also helping others, but also helping yourself. If you're operating out of abundance, you're serving because you're aware of who you are and what you truly want to do, then you can choose where and when to do this service, and you can be neutral about whether the other people react a certain way or not. You're going to get the blessing either way. Another issue is that sometimes we tend to be fixers and caretakers. That's definitely me. So you might rob people of their opportunity to learn by working things out for themselves, or by suffering consequences of their actions, or by feeling the feelings they're feeling. I was married to an alcoholic for many years, and he went to rehab, and at rehab they tell you if they try to leave, you tell them, no, you're not coming home unless you finish rehab. And my guy would always want to come home, and I would always let him come home. And I was in a meeting one time, and I said, I just love him to death. And they said, yes, you're loving him to death. And so that's one of the ways that we can possibly be doing level 4 in such a way that's not really helping. We feel like we're helping, but we're not truly helping. So we want to make sure that the actions that we do here are truly helpful to these people that we're helping. Someone is crying, I might want to say something or do something to help that person stop crying. Maybe what they need to do is just sit there in their grief and cry it out. That might be the absolutely best thing for them. So I want to be sure that what I'm doing as I'm trying to help and support other people is truly helpful and supportive, not fixing and caretaking. We can all probably have a little more level energy in our lives, level 4 energy in our lives. It is a good higher level energy. It does build us up. If we nurture ourselves as well as nurturing others, then we're going to receive a blessing. So hopefully you're starting to get a bit of a feel for these first 4 levels of energy. Level 1 is I lose. Level 2 is you lose. Level 3 is I win. And if you win also, that's cool. And level 4 is you win. Remember that the purpose of learning about these levels of energy is not to decide that some are good and some are bad and try to say, I would need to feel this, I need to feel that. We do generally feel happier at the higher levels of energy, but there may be times in our life that the lower levels are more appropriate. The idea is to just become aware of what we're feeling and thinking, and then make choices about how we want to respond. Use a level that serves us rather than just reacting and just responding in a way that we don't even really know what we're doing. So during the next week, think about these things. Notice the times that you're experiencing these different levels of energy. Notice when the people around you are experiencing these different levels of energy. If you're in level 1 or 2 and you don't like it, you don't feel like that's where you want to stay, try to think of some actions. You can listen to some of the previous videos and look at that and try to take some action that will help you experience the higher level of energy. Notice when you're experiencing level 3 or level 4. When you're in level 4, consider whether it is bringing you joy or resentment. Once you become aware of what is going on inside of you, you can make changes if necessary to increase your energy level and your experience of joy. If you need more focused help, you can consider hiring me as a coach, and we can work through various methods to help you move toward a more joyful and positive life. Again, I'm really happy to announce that my website is online now. You can find me at KimberlinCoaching.com, as well as my Facebook business page. You can fill out the form on the Work Me page, and I will contact you and we can have a casual conversation to see if we would fit to work together. Meanwhile, I hope you've gotten some ideas that can help you have a more joyful, positive week. Becoming aware helps us make choices of how we want to show up in our lives. Have a great week.